Okay, on we go.
Okay. So today is March 4th, 2021, and we're with Mika. And we're talking about human design today. And I'm going to tell you how to look up your own chart and explain any and everything, every question you have related to human design. So let's share the screen. I am mechanic. So this is, can you see this okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
So can you see the chart?
Uh-huh. Yes,
Okay.
I can.
So this is the free software that I got before it was like the 7-day trial. It was like completely free, and all you can do is add charts in, which you can save however many charts you want, which is cool. But I'm going to upgrade it because you can do couples charts where it links the two aura types together, and it gives you a number. There's like 9 and 0, meaning like that's your other half, like someone who like completes you, or just really, you guys, your synastry is very connective. There's like an 8 and 1, which is very again in sync, and then there's a 7 and 2, work to do, and they all have little rhymes. So it's worth it getting the software for sure, at least the free version. And you can look up, anybody in your family. You can look up your parents' human design, your siblings, because it really does help you understand how their aura functions in this reality and what their purpose is. And finding human design for me was like life-changing. I think I told you the background of when I found human design. It was a projector that I paid her to do a reading for me because a friend of mine was like, "Oh my God, you have to do your human design chart. It's life-changing," and she's amazing. And she she studied under Ra Uru, which is the guy who channeled this information, who is a 1-3 manifester. And I met her on Kauai, and she was so she studied directly under him. And he passed in 2011. And it's such a profound system. I think of it as very alien because it's very much ahead of its time. Mm-hmm. And it's a tool that people use on their awakening journey. And so when people are getting more involved in the consciousness group, in their spiritual path, it's just a tool that always surfaces. Oh, what's human design? It's like, people are bound to find it. It's really helpful for children if you just have a newborn and you want to know how it functions and what its job is, what its role is in this reality. I mean, it's immensely helpful. And it uses multiple systems in one. So it takes the I Ching, it takes astrology, it takes the Kabbalah, it takes the 64 DNA codons of the body, and it also uses the 9 chakra system instead of the regular 7, and it combines all of those into one system.
So hold on, you said the I Ching, astrology, the Kabbalah, mind chakra, and I missed one.
It's the chakra system, the 9 chakras, the number 9.
9 chakra system, okay, not mind. Okay, got it.
And then 64.
Oh yeah, because there's much more than 7 chakras. Got it. Okay.
There's hundreds. And then it uses 64 DNA codons.
Oh, that's the one I didn't get down. 64 DNA, what? Codon?
The codons in the DNA. So not the strands itself, but the little circular dots that make up the strands of the DNA.
Oh.
So they're all traits and characteristics that we embody naturally, depending on what gate is firing in your chart. So we'll go over the foundation of all that today. But it's a lot. It's a very complex system.
And this guy, what was the name of the founder?
Ra Uru.
Ra?
So R-A-U-R-U.
And he found it, he channeled it?
Yes. So what his deal was he channeled this for 8 days straight.
Wow.
He didn't eat, he didn't sleep, he just wrote and wrote and wrote and channeled all of this. And it is very alien because, I mean, just it works with the DNA itself.
Oh.
So again, he was a manifester, so he manifested this information into third dimension physical reality.
Okay.
All right, so let's start by looking at your chart. So this is you, and it's
Okay.
as if we're having an X-ray vision straight into your auric field. So at first, this may look like Chinese, so I hope to decode this for you today.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna first start looking at the very right-hand corner where my cursor is.
Okay.
So it says type projector. So that's your aura type, and there's 4 types with a 5th possible. So 4 types. There's no 5 types, there's 4 types. So that's the projector, which is about 17% of the population, not a whole lot. We're considered non-energy types.
Okay.
We have a very concentrated projective auric field that goes forward. In fact, I'm going to take a second and show you an image of what I'm referring to. All right, I'm going to pause. All right, sharing the screen.
Okay.
Okay. So I wasn't able to bring up like a huge image, but can you see this okay?
Oh, yeah.
So the projector has a focused and absorbing aura. So it goes very direct in front. It's a penetrative aura. So what the projector's aura does, depending on who it's next to, it thrives in one-on-one relationships the most because it's designed to see the other. Projectors are literally guides for the other aura types. So why it's a guide is because its aura is designed to dive deeply into the other person's, it's called the G center or sense of self, or basically like the seat of the soul. The aura of the projector completely penetrates deeply into the person that it's next to. So we're designed to dive deeply and penetrate people's souls so we can best guide them.
That makes sense.
We're easily conditioned in large groups because our aura is so focused in on one person at a time. I mean, we can still do groups, of course, but we thrive the most in one-on-one relationships or one-on-one client kind of thing. So the other aura type that's considered non-energy, so we're considered non-energy types because we borrow the energy from the earth, and because we're absorbing, we're like a sponge. So we're designed to, like, again, dive deeply into people, but we also absorb people's energy very easily. So that's why it's so important as a projector to have really healthy boundaries, because you can easily lose yourself and other people. Okay. Because our theme is we want to be seen. So I'm going to share the screen back on your chart. And so the strategy on the right-hand corner here, the strategy is wait for the invitation. So because we have such a focused aura and we're really good guides for people's energy because we absorb the other person we're next to, people start recognizing you for your skills. They start saying, oh, wow, Mika's a really good teacher. She's a really good healer. She knows exactly what I need in every moment. But you have to wait for the invitation. Because you have an inner authority of self-projected, there's like 3 kinds of projectors. There's a splenic projector, a mental projector, and a self-projected projector. So you're the
Michael studies the splenic projector.
Yeah, let's look at that. Yep, splenic, and so am I. So I'm splenic. So
Really?
So that works with your spleen.
Right. Well, what does that mean?
Which is your intuition, it's an instant knowing.
Okay. So you have more of an intuition.
So we're directly connected with the intuition, and that tells us where to go. And for you,
got it.
But we have to wait for the invitation because we're intense. Projectors are intense aura types, but you don't have to wait for the invitation because you're self-projected.
So, okay.
See right here, inner authority.
What does self-projected mean?
Well, if you think about waiting, the strategy is wait for the invitation. If you're a projector, because you're self-projected, you project yourself to situations instead of like being on a mountaintop waiting for someone to need you for your skills. You're able to initiate. Because for a projector, because of our intensity, and it's like if people aren't ready for what you see, not everyone sees what we see. It's like cutting people open with a machete. People aren't ready, and then when we're not seen for our skills, when we give unsolicited advice, we meet resistance.
Right.
Like, you know, being next to someone and you can like Anne, for example.
Yeah.
Anne is a manifester, but we're designed to see the other. That's what the whole strategy and authority and energy type for a projector is, seeing the other deeply. We see the other more than they see themselves sometimes on a soul level.
This is true.
So when you give unsolicited advice to the other aura types without them asking you, you meet resistance. And then that's when we become bitter, is when we're not seen for our gifts and talents. It's because we didn't wait for the invitation. We just, give away your opinion. And so it's recommended, like whatever kind of projector you are, to wait for the invitation. But yours is self-projected. So you're the one who not necessarily needs to wait for the invitation, but still I would suggest you're more better received when you do wait for the invitation. Does that make sense?
Yes, but can you, as opposed to waiting for the invitation, can I offer and then see if they're open to it? Is that ability? Because that's kind of like, I'm getting information. Are you interested? And then the people can say yes or no.
Yeah, no, that's a much better approach than, hey, I have this information, let me spew it all over you. And they're like, whoa, I didn't even ask you your opinion, lady. But if you're like, hey, this is what I'm getting. And I have a message for you. Are you open to the message? Or, hey, I have some information that may help you. Are you open to this information? That's much more well received because you're asking permission and you're giving a boundary.
Right.
So that's one thing to really observe and notice within yourself as a projector is, are you constantly just giving away your energy without it being asked for? Because again, you're designed to see deeply into the other. And unless you're invited in, you're wasting your energy. Even though it's probably gold and you're really like you know exactly what they need in the moment, whether it's a friend or your parents or otherwise. Practice just waiting for the invitation and see how the energy plays itself out completely different.
I'm just going to turn my heater on. Sure. Little chilly. Sorry. Okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I think it's a lesson I've kind of learned, especially, you know, when people aren't, you want to help, but they aren't interested. You know, they're not open to the information, especially spiritual guidance. And you just have to, I remember once getting like a grandmother coming through for somebody, and this lady was so pushy, and it was, she really, really wanted, and the person told me, no, I don't want to know, I don't want to hear it. And I was in England, and the lady was really, really, I'm like, okay, but I didn't push it.
Nice.
You know.
Well,
you know, but I did try a couple times. But yeah, it's just bringing that memory up. Yeah,
because if you would have just given her unsolicited information, you could have cut her open with a machete kind of metaphor. Like you could have done more damage than good.
It was, to a guy, but
because perhaps it was a very abusive relationship before the woman died, kind of thing. And maybe that person wasn't able to forgive that deceased person. And so, so that's, we never know, right? But it's just the important law. It's like the law of the projector is just wait for the invitation, and your life will be so much more smoothly. Okay, so let's go over the definition. Single definition, there's single, there's split definition, there's triple split definition, and there's quadruple split definition. A single split means that you don't need another person to fulfill your life purpose.
That is so true.
You don't feel like you need another person to fulfill what you're doing in the world. If you're a split definition, this is where the conditioning of Hollywood comes into play. Because Hollywood teaches us that, oh, there's other half that's going to complete you, and they're going to complete you, and you're going to live happily ever after. That's a split definition conditioning. It's not real. Again, single definition people do not need anyone outside themselves to fulfill their life purpose.
What are you?
I'm a split definition. So I had to learn that that's just it's called the not self. The not self was talking. So I felt like I needed another person to complete me. Which is, it's a conditioning.
How do you feel now?
Oh, I feel completely different. I prefer to be alone all the time.
Okay.
All right, so let's go over the profile. The profile works with the I Ching.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'm actually going to read something from the book. I have this book I got on Amazon for $50. I highly recommend it if you're wanting to study human design. So everything that we're going to go over today is in this book. See? It's so pretty.
Okay.
So I'm going to read the profile. So the profile is, it's like your rising sign. It's your personality in this life.
Okay.
And you were a 5-1. Just to make sure. Yep, 5-1. So that means the first line you're conscious of. The second line you're unconscious of. So the first line is like the foundation of a house. So I use the analogy of a house for all this. There's 6 possible lines. So the first line is the foundation of the whole house. The second line is the hermit line. So it's as if someone is looking out the window and they can see everyone, but they're perfectly fine inside the house by themselves, like learning an instrument or learning a skill or whatever. And then the third line is the investigator line. It's called the martyr line.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, the third line is the martyr line.
Okay.
So they're like the investigator, experimenter type people. And then the fourth line is the opportunist line. It's the people that are going up the stairs. Like behind you, I visualize the fourth line is like the second floor, and people can see out the window and they see all the opportunity because they have a little more higher vision. And then the fifth line is the heretic line, and that's your first line, is the heretic. Now the heretic line is the blinds are closed. It's the second floor, the window is there, but the blinds are closed. And people start making up stories about you because they don't see you clearly. So you get projected on a lot. So it's like the neighbors walking down the street and they see the window always closed and the blinds are always closed. So they start making up stories. Oh, I think Mika lives there, but I think she goes out at night and she works, she works at night and she's a drug dealer and I only see her leave at night. And they just start making up stories because they don't really know who lives there. They don't really know the story. So they start assuming things and projecting what they think they see about you. So it's a line of people don't see you clearly and you get projected on a lot. However, you rule the projection field. It's a very powerful line, and you're the most sensitive to other people's projections of you. So this means astral projecting. The projection field is like, the other dimensional realities. So you're good at projecting, you're good at traveling, but again, you're very sensitive to people's thoughts and feelings and emotions and words about you.
Mm-hmm.
So then the sixth line, the last line, is called the role model line. And the role model is on top of the roof. It can see at a higher perspective and it sees everything from that viewpoint. It's like the bird's eye view. So the first line I didn't name, and I apologize, it's the foundation, but it's called the investigator line. The very first line you're unconscious of because you're a 5-1. So you're a heretic, you're conscious of that. And the first line is you're an investigator, you're not so conscious of that. So the investigator line is you're born with a magnifying glass and you're always looking to the ground. You are curious about how this very universe works. You're constantly researching, studying, experimenting, figuring out what is this reality? What am I doing here? What is the purpose of so you dive deeply your whole life with the magnifying glass to the ground. You are constantly seeking your entire life. And I know this line very well because I'm a 1-3, so we share the same line.
Oh.
So the one line is the investigator. We will never stop seeking. And that's what makes really powerful teachers, is because we're looking and looking and looking and we find more answers because we never get, it's kind of like you never get fulfilled. you keep searching and search. There's always more to study. There's always more to think about. There's always more to discover. And that's the one line. So if you put those lines together, the 5 and the 1, you're the heretic investigator. That's your profile. That's your personality.
Heretic investigator?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's so is the heretic the 5 and the investigator the 1?
Yes.
Okay, and you're a 1-3?
Yes, so we're like, the lines are opposite.
Okay.
All right, so.
Okay.
Heretic investigator. I'm just gonna read this one page about it, if that's okay.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Background. In the I Ching, the exalted or ruling 5th line embodies the theme of a hexagram. For the heretic investigator, the unconscious 1st line, representing the authoritative foundation, is joined by the 5th line, which consciously projects all that foundation could be or should be. It results that the 5th line is most transpersonal, with the highest universalizing potential of all the 12 profiles. This is the profile of saviors and generals, or of trickery and paranoia. It is very seductive. Heretic investigators are projected upon to save or rescue others with a practical solution in a time of crisis. Personal. Transpersonal destiny means that you are here to deal with karma. You are designed to have encounters with others that can be important and potentially mutative for both you and them. If you can picture your life path as a grid with intersecting points that represents these encounters, you can get a sense of how you are destined to meet allies in life who are here to assist you, as well as receive assistance from you. These karmic encounters, which very often can feel like deja vu, can be as complex as a business arrangement or as simple as someone asking you for directions. You are aware on some level of your conscious transpersonal 5th line, an alluring and seductive line that is continually projected upon. We talked about this. Others feel, without even knowing you, that you have something potentially important and helpful that they need. This projection draws people to you, providing you with the ability to have the encounters in life that you need in order to live out your unique life purpose. Others project onto you that you can lead, guide, or save them. And when it's right projection, you enjoy filling the role and being able to deliver practical solutions with your expert problem-solving skills. There are times, however, when the projection you are feeling is not the right one for you, and you feel insecure and unsure that you can provide what the other person needs or wants. It is important for you to know which projections are correct ones to say yes to. If you say yes when it is not correct, you can get caught in the illusory web created by the projections of others and make commitments you cannot live up to, resulting in a tarnished reputation. It is healthy for you to be suspicious and a bit paranoid of the expectations of others. Ra has said the hopes and dreams of humanity rest on the shoulder of the 5th line. This is the big responsibility to carry, and the best way to operate within this expectant projection field is to stand on a solid, practical, and authentic foundation. One of the advantages of being a 5th line is that the initial projection from others starts out as positive. People are projecting onto you that you can deliver what they need. And if you deliver something practical, your reputation will flourish. If a practical solution is not provided, if what you have given them is a house of cards, your reputation suffers and the heretic will be burned at the stake. Without a reputation that can be trusted, your conscious fifth line may have to change direction and begin again somewhere else. You need to make sure that before you get involved, when you are prepared with a practical solution that works for everyone. You should do this with your unconscious first line, the investigator. Your first line is designed to get to the bottom of things, to study and establish a secure foundation of knowledge. Once you have a solid foundation and have become an authority, you are prepared to impact and mutate society when needed. Following your strategy and authority will guide you to the right circumstance and timing for universalizing your practical foundation. You are a keen observer of the world around you. And preparedness, as well as correct timing, is essential to your success. When the two come together, you are the heretic investigator who can break through humanity's habit of seeing things the same old way and make your revolutionary heretic point of view work when all else has failed. Unlike the fourth lines, whose greatest influence is with their networks and personal associations, you are most powerful as a stranger of consequence. You are designed to interface with new people who are ready to receive your heretical, mutative information. Familiarity breeds contempt for a fifth line. You greatly benefit from times of withdrawal out of the projection field to build up strength and cultivate your skills so that you can be ready to meet the next crisis when the commitment is correct for you. You find refreshment on many levels through cultivating beauty and creativity. Yay.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
It's powerful.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the I Ching other than the little line, so that's pretty powerful.
Yep.
Messaging.
All right, so I'm going to share the screen and go back to the chart.
You're saying that Ra channeled that big book in 8 days?
So Ra channeled all of this information, but it took a team to create all of this information into a book.
Got it. I was going to say, that's a lot of information in 8 days.
He had the ideas. He wrote down all his, crazy writings. And then he started looking up different people in his life that were different aura types. So he took a projector. The projectors are designed to teach this to all the other aura types. So
that's what you're doing right now, and you're thinking that, and that's a part of mine as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's another tool in your toolbox if you so choose, because projectors are literally designed to teach this information to other people.
Got it.
So let's actually talk about the other aura types for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so again, projectors are 17% of the population. We're designed to guide the energy types. There's 2 non-energy types and there's 2 energy types. The non-energy types are the guides. So the projector is a non-energy type and the reflector is a non-energy type.
How many people are reflectors?
1%. They're the most rare.
Wow.
I don't know if you've ever heard of Teal Swan.
Who?
Teal Swan.
Mm-mm.
She's a spiritual teacher in my generation who's
okay.
Extremely basically they sample their environment. So they're walking mirrors. So they have all of their centers open. So they're designed to take you in completely and reflect back to you what you are. So they're literally walking mirrors.
Wow.
And they're freaky people because just meeting you in a second, they can reflect back all of the things out of alignment within yourself. They're designed to completely take in their environment. So their place where they live, the world at large, they take in their environment and reflect back to humanity what needs to be fixed. So I would look up teal swan because just to see how this aura type functions. And if you ever meet a person that's like, just starts reading you and says some really deep things about you, just meeting you, it's like, you know, ask them, what are you? Are you a reflector? Because you're freaky.
But there's only 1% of the population. And what's her name? Teal Swan? Teal?
Teal, like the color?
Teal Swan?
Yeah. So the two energy types are the manifester and the generator. And there's an aura type called the manifesting generator, but that's not considered a fifth type. It's another type of generator.
And they are energy. They're considered energy.
Energy types, yes.
Types. Okay.
So the non-energy types are the ones that absorb energy. We're more easily conditioned because we're designed to really guide people.
Okay.
And the energy types are designed to create life. So the generator has an open and enveloping aura. It's a huge aura that takes you into their heart. It's very warm and inviting. It's open and enveloping. They're the only ones with the sacral center defined. So they're designed to create life. They're designed to make babies. They're designed to they regenerate everything they touch. They're very sexual. They're very, they're designed to procreate. They're designed to create. It's a never-ending supply of energy and creative power that generators are. So the thing about having an open center, if all the other types have open sacral centers. So I'll share the screen. So all the other types have this open. So when you have this open, it means you're easily conditioned. You absorb people's energy in these parts of your body. So you're a very open projector. So you take people in these parts of your body that's colored white.
Oh.
So when this sacral center is open and you're next to a generator aura, you take in their sexuality and amplify it. You take in their creativity and amplify it. So all the places that you're open, you take in their energy and then you amplify it.
That's what a projector does.
No, that's what you do because everybody's centers are different.
That's just based on my chart. That's not a generator aspect.
No, yeah, this is just your chart.
Okay.
I'll give you an example of Alex. This is a generator. This is Alex Gellerman.
Okay.
So see how it's defined here, and he has these centers. They call it defined or undefined. So this is undefined because they're colored white. So they're open and absorbing and amplifying. But these are defined, so he has a defined energy that runs through these. And because he's a generator, he has this defined. All generators have this defined.
What does defined actually mean? You're saying it's not open then? It's closed? It's blocked?
You have a reliable form of energy. It has nothing to do with closed or blocked. It's a reliable
Okay.
form of energy. The never-ending supply of energy in these parts of the body.
Oh, okay.
So for you, your reliable energy is your throat center
Yep.
and your G center, which is your sense of self. So this is called the G center.
Okay.
So you have a strong sense of self because this is defined. You have a reliable energy here.
Okay.
When you have this undefined, it means you don't have reliable energy in that center. So people that have open G centers do not have a reliable sense of self. Means they're easily manipulated and they're learning about how to have stronger boundaries and a stronger sense of self. But you have a strong sense of self. You have to have a strong sense of self if you're so open.
Okay.
And then you have a reliable form of energy and how you communicate and express. So you could be a public speaker, a writer, because you always have a reliable form of energy in your throat. I also have this. This is why I can talk and talk and talk.
And me too. That makes sense. So you have the same thing. Interesting.
Yeah. So let's see. So this is mine.
Ah.
So this is defined, and this is also like you.
So
Or this
what's the triangle one?
This.
Okay. All right.
So this is called the ajna or third eye. Sorry, the crown.
Uh-huh.
It's been a long day. This is the crown.
Right.
This is the ajna or third eye center.
Uh-huh.
This is the throat. This is
Right.
the G center. This
Okay.
is the heart or ego.
Oh, that's the heart. Okay.
So this is the willpower, your ego, and your heart. And it's a little bit different than normal chakra systems. So this is the sacral, that's the same.
Uh-huh.
This is the root, that's the same. But they call this the solar plexus.
Oh.
And this is the
Okay.
solar plexus, and it's the emotional center in human design.
Okay.
And then this is your spleen, which is your fight or flight and intuition section of the body.
Ah, okay.
So when you have it open, you don't have a reliable way of thinking, and there's a pressure to know everything. And I also have this. So there's a pressure to be a know-it-all, to know everything and anything, because deep down we're insecure about not knowing enough.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a conditioning, because we know more than most people. We know more than this that's closed. So let's look at, I think I have Anne's here. She won't mind if we look at hers. Dang it, I don't think I have hers. Do you know Anne's birthday? Birth time?
12. I don't know the time. I know it's 12/12 is her birthday, and it's probably 64 because I think we're the same age.
Yeah, well, I'll look at it another time.
Okay.
But she has this defined.
Oh, she does.
So that means she has a reliable way she thinks. So she is stubborn in her thinking.
Yeah.
So she has her own ideas about life, and you can't convince her to change her mind because this is closed. But when it's open, you're easily influenced from other people's thoughts floating in your head, because when you think a thought, it floats out into the ethers. And when you have this open, it floats into our heads. So depending on who you're next to, their thoughts will float into our heads if this is open, because we're literally channelers of other dimensional realities, because we're literally the definition of open-minded.
Well, that makes sense then why I channel.
Oh yeah, you're literally designed to channel. I mean,
I'm designed to channel the messages from the alternative dimensions and dimensional beings.
Yes. So me and you both are the definition of open-minded. Dead people come in and talk to me, ancestors. I mean, any dimensions, you have access to hearing, seeing, talking for them. So this makes actually the natural psychic channeler. But don't think about changing people's minds if they have this closed.
And that's and it never will open. It will come. I mean, that's just how it is.
Yep, it's a reliable form of energy, and these don't change.
Okay.
It stays static.
It's static. So this is for okay.
Yeah, this is like your
regardless of how you evolved, nothing will change. It's just,
well, this is just like your natal chart in astrology.
Okay.
Like this is a map of your soul. It doesn't change. What changes is the transits of the planets. See the planets?
Yes,
These
I do, and I now know what they are. Woohoo, thanks to you. Yeah, and I've been practicing.
Yeah,
I know most of them. Yep.
So then a thing you could do is, these are all connected to the gates. So see how there's red on the left?
Yes.
And black on the right. The black means you are consciously aware of this gift and talent on some level. The red side, it means you are unconsciously aware that this DNA is firing. Because see how it says 60, all the little bubbles?
Yeah.
Numbers? These work with all the 64 DNA. This is your DNA codons that are running through your DNA.
Oh.
So this is my favorite part to study about human design, because you're studying your own DNA. So
can't we alter our DNA though? I thought that we get altered and there's shifts. No.
Well, here's the thing. You're born with this unconscious, meaning the gift and talent is firing. But see how you have some gates and some gates you don't? Like you don't have an 11, but you have a 56. You have a 45, but you don't have a 21. So this is where, when you reach like something called the Siddhic level, is when you go from red to black. You're making it more conscious by studying all of these that are firing. These are all the DNA firing. So all the ones that are red, you can make it more conscious. So these are your natural gifts and talents. So naturally you have a 56 gate, 63. You complete, some people complete gates themselves. So when you meet someone and there's chemistry, like your Michael friend here, it's because you complete a gate, and that's what creates the chemistry. And we can have chemistry in thinking, we can have chemistry in communicating, we can have chemistry in the way we feel about ourselves, we could have sexual chemistry, we can have surviving chemistry. When you complete a gate with someone, that's the chemistry. It creates a third energy. So for him, so you have the 1-8, you complete that by yourself. And the 1-8 gate is the gate of the creative role model. So I would study that one. So I would write that one down. And you can Google a lot of these, or you can get that book. But it's in human design, it's the 1-8 gate of the creative role model, and you can study that.
Okay.
Let's see what else gates. That's the only gate you complete by yourself, which is cool. The creative role.
How can you tell I create that one by myself? It's just the numbers.
See how it syncs up together? It completes itself.
Oh.
So.
I see. The other ones don't. I'm looking at just the red and black lines, but it's.
Yeah. See how the other ones they're called hanging gates, so they don't complete.
Oh. Okay.
But this one's completed, and it's cool because I have this one too. Yay.
Are you kidding? That's crazy.
Yeah, I have the 1-8.
Wow.
And then
but you have other ones.
Yeah. But the creative role model is powerful because you inspire people to be creative. You're basically like inspiring people to live their own creative lifestyle. But I would study that one and read about it because it's a fun gate. let's look at Michael's and see what gates you guys complete together. He's also a really open projector. He's only got 2 also. But he has a strong sense of self because he's so open. Wow, that's really open.
He's very open.
Yeah, and he's a 6'3" I Ching, which is the role model experimenter.
Okay.
So he's designed to be a guide and a role model for people in general. He's also got this open, so he's a natural channeler. And then he has an open throat. So these are the people that are mediums that speak for spirits. They don't have a reliable form of communicating, so they communicate differently depending on who they're next to. So he'll start talking for you or speaking like you if you guys spend a lot of time together. So it literally is like a psychic medium who can talk for spirits also. So he has the 4 line and you have the 63, so you complete that. See the 4 he has? So when you look at yours, you have the 63. So you guys complete a gate and thinking.
Oh.
So the gate of 63 is the gate of self-doubt. I also have this gate.
Really?
It's not a fun gate. I mean, you could be the most intelligent, amazing, you have all these amazing ideas, but with that self-doubt, that gate, because it's hanging, it always shows up. Oh, you don't know enough, or oh, you're not ready, or oh, you shouldn't do this. And it's that voice that it's constantly in the background. But when you have a 4 person in your life, it completes that hanging gate. So then you don't have all that self-doubt talk. So he helps you close that gate so your self-doubt goes away.
Well, that's a good thing.
That's why it's beneficial to have, healthy relationships in our life, because, we do need other people, and other people do complete different things that we need. Let's see what else you guys complete. So you complete the ajna. So you have the 62 and he has the 17. So you can Google these gates. You can say the 6217 gate in human design that you complete. So his way of thinking, so he thinks and you can communicate what he's thinking.
I can communicate what he's thinking?
Yeah, because you have the 62, which is the gate in the throat.
Oh, okay.
And he has the 17, which is the gate of the ajna and thinking.
Okay.
Let's see what else you got. You guys have this 4862 gate. So you have the 48, which is the spleen and intuition. And he has the 62 that's in the throat. So your intuition, he can speak your intuition. He can speak about, how you're feeling, what you're picking up. All right. You guys actually complete a lot of gates. You guys have the 2145 gate. So he has the ego and the willpower gates, the 21. And you have the 45 gate, which is in the throat. Is this stuff making sense?
Some of it, yep. It sounds like each area would need a explanation, but
Oh yeah.
and like when you have you done this with Tyler?
Yeah. We
And
complete
does
like
he
we
a
complete
lot of your gates?
6 gates.
Six,
Yeah.
6 gates? Yeah.
Yeah. So this is why I'm telling you, it's awkward talking to myself sometimes. This is why I'm telling you the gates. So you, after this, can Google this and read about what that means, because it's all the numbers are working with the DNA.
Okay.
Because if I read this out of the book, it'd be the most accurate. That's why I recommend getting the book. It's $50 on Amazon, which I can send you the link to that. But you can also Google it. But I definitely prefer the book, because it says not only the DNA, the codons, it gets really deep into the information on what that means. Because if I read each one, that would take forever.
Oh yeah, no, I don't expect you to do that, but I couldn't get it all down. You know what I mean? Like what you're saying to even make the list, because I'm writing down, but it's like it's quite a mess. So go ahead.
All right.
You know, I mean, I'm just saying that if you or whatever, because you know what you're talking about, if you could write down 3267, blah blah blah, then I can, and then just email it to me or something, because you're able to look right at that chart and you're seeing things that I am not aware of yet, because this is like my first exposure. So then I could do it, but I've written a few things down.
All right. Well, what I'm gonna do is because this will help you get to know the gates. So it's not just for you guys to compare each other's gates on what you complete. It's also to research the different gates. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down myself some notes on the gates you guys complete, and then I'm gonna type that up. So then you can go back and research it on your own.
And then I can research that and then look. And that would be very beneficial. Thank you. If you could put it in one spot, and then I can share that with him too, which would be good. So then he knows a bit more than I do about this, but he said he knows more about astrology than human design. He's just had it, you know, done kind of like what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm not surprised, because projectors are guided to find this system, because we're designed to teach it. So the projectors are the ones that find this system first.
Right.
Because we're like ahead of the time. Okay, so I'm gonna write down. I'm not gonna write down every single gate. That's your job. So if I send you a copy of your chart, you can literally go through each gate and research it through getting that book or Googling it.
Okay.
But it's highly, like, it's so invaluable, because it literally talks about the DNA, and some of it's tribal, like you're clearing something for the collective, and some of it affects you individually. Wow. But it makes so much sense when you work directly with the DNA. And that's my favorite part of human design.
So now if you and I were to compare our charts, would I complete some of yours too, and you complete some of mine?
Well, that's why, like, chemistry, when you think of chemistry, you think romantic.
Ooh, I got a chill, a big one. Wow. Through my whole body right now. It's like, woo, 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 woo. Like, nice. Yeah. This so is right what now, you're doing, sister.
Me and you we are completing gates. And what you just felt was confirmation of me and you are creating a synastry between our two gates, link up, and then it creates a third energy.
Whoa.
So chemistry can be mentally, so we can look at ours real fast and we can see, well, what are we linking up? It could be mentally, it could be communication wise, it could be sexually, it could be intuition, but we all, depending on who's in your life, like you and Ann sync up some gates. But yeah, let's look at ours real fast. So we both have like the 1-8 I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
So we both sync as we complete this gate ourselves, but because we share it, we both have that similar DNA.
Okay.
And then let's see what else we got. We both have the 63, but we don't complete the gate. Let's see which ones we do complete. So we complete 1156. So I have the 11 and you have the 56. So
Okay.
what I imagine in like the astral plane and with my imagination, you're able to communicate. So what I'm thinking, what I'm seeing, you can communicate.
I see a unicorn. Where's that coming from?
We're both fucking magical.
I'm not gonna deny that.
That's right. So we complete the 4521 gate.
Oh.
So I have the 21, which is the willpower, and you have the throat center. So whatever my willpower I'm sending you, you're able to articulate that and communicate it. So we already have 2. We have the 214. So my creativity and your sense of self is combined. So we have like authentic creativity happening between us. I mean, that's just 3. We have 3 already.
So are the numbers the same in all of those shapes? They're just either connected or not?
Yeah.
Oh, so the numbers don't change.
Yeah, exactly.
So those numbers are the same for every single person. It's just whether or not they've completed, they're either completed or they're not. And
or
so
they don't
when they're completed on one end, on the other end, it goes up. I getcha. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you are really astounding for you to even, you know, have as much knowledge as you have about all of these aspects. That's amazing. Not to mention the astrology. I mean, I'm just dabbling in that. This is so fascinating. I love it.
Well, that's the job of the projector, is to be a guide for people. So we're naturally drawn to things and systems. We're naturally drawn to systems that guide people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
what about manifestors then? You said the manifestors and the manifestors and the generators. You talked about the generator, and I remember you sharing some of this before, but it was just once. They're energy types, but I believe, if I recall, Dave was a generator. And was Tony a generator too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's why I remember you telling me not to sleep next to them because, you know, or you shouldn't or whatever. And
it's not,
that proved to be very true.
Well, no, it's very true because
sleep like all night long.
We amplify their energy. So if they're like got a never-ending supply of generating power, projectors amplify that power so we don't get restful sleep. I mean, you can still sleep next to your partner, but like you need a couple hours to yourself to regenerate your own energy, or you're going to feel drained the next day, because we're like, we just amplify.
Okay.
So that's with any other aura type with an open sacral, you get restful sleep next to. It's just the generators are the ones that have it defined that we amplify and we need restful sleep. Let's talk about the manifester. So Anne is a manifester. She is an energy type, but she does not have this defined, so that's not a problem. Manifestors have a repelling and closed aura.
Oh, okay.
This is a lot. I've been noticing this is a lot easier to teach in person because I don't have a slideshow. So projectors are like this. like very penetrative. It goes into the G center. Reflectors are like sampling auras where they take you in completely. And then manifestors have a repelling, push away aura. And then generators have like an enveloping aura where they take in their environment and everybody and they pull them into their hearts. So they take you in very deeply. So being in a generator aura type is very nice because they pull you into their hearts and it feels like, it feels all warm and inviting and enveloping, like you're being held. The generators are like beautiful aura types and they're 70% of the population. So they're designed to make babies, create life, regenerate everything. That's why some people are drawn to have a bunch of kids and some people aren't. It's probably because of their aura type. It's like we're all designed differently. It's not a coincidence that most, projectors don't even have kids. Because we're not generators. We're not designed to, we can, of course, but it's not our main priority in this life. So manifestors are designed to manifest something into the third dimension that does not exist. So because they have a repelling and closed aura, it's so they can focus on what they're here to manifest. So you may feel pushed away by these aura types. I keep sharing the screen, but I know you felt this when you're next to someone and you feel like you're being pushed, or they just feel closed, like you're not able to read them. It's most likely a manifestor aura. They're closed to protect themselves so they can focus. They're not here to really be hugely into like transpersonal relationships. They're very like more detached in that, where they don't really care as much about relationships. They're just really focused on what they're here to do on this planet. Not to say that they don't have, they can't have relationships. It's just they're not as open and friendly, especially when you meet people for the first time. You meet some people and they're really off-putting and they're very like closed. You're like, ugh. It's most likely a manifestor. But to not take that personally and not, feel rejected and be like, they don't like me. No, they're just, they're focused. So yeah, does that make sense? The 4 different types?
That helps clarify it. I mean, I'd need more repetition, but yeah, it does again, because I know you exposed me this before, but it's been a while and it was just kind of like a really short intro. But yeah, it does make sense. And Anne does kind of fit that.
Let's see, what else can we go over?
How many percent of the population are manifestors?
Less than projectors, so like 12, 13%.
Okay. So the biggest are the generators. They're kind of, I remember thinking like the generators are like the worker bees in a beehive.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Do you remember the analogy I told you?
The queen bee then would be a reflector because there's only one. Right?
So that's a beautiful analogy. Do you remember me telling you that back in the day? It was go back to Egyptian times, and this is a great analogy of all the aura types. So the generators are the ones that are creating the pyramids.
They built it.
They build the pyramids with their sound, with their whatever, their energy. They move the pyramids, whatever they do. And then the projectors are the ones that go, oh, put that over there. This needs to go over here. Move this pyramid over to the left. Like they direct the energy of the generators, like a conductor. And then the manifestor manifests the materials that the generators need to build. And then the reflector comes in when it's all done and it oversees everything, and it goes, okay, this is screwed up, that's awesome, fix that, okay, bye. And then the manifesting generator people are the ones that can manifest all the materials they need to build and then generate the energy themselves. So they're like powerhouses within themselves. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I like your worker bee, the beehive analogy. That's really cool.
Well, yeah, because there's drones, and and they're the ones that there's those procreates, and you've got those little larvas, and they're in there, and then you've got the ones that protect the hive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so look over here on the right-hand side again where my cursor is.
Yeah.
And everybody has an incarnation cross, and it works with the different planets. And so yours is the left angle cross of Dominion. So I would write that down. And again, this is stuff you can Google or get the book for.
Okay, so this is incarnation cross.
Yes. So it's basically a point in the planets that refers to your life purpose.
Oh.
So left angle cross of Dominion. And actually Tyler has this one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's a Virgo.
Makes sense.
I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
Well, yeah, because it works with the planet.
And his birthday's almost the same as mine.
Yeah, so this is the astrology part of it.
Ah, okay.
You and Mika have the same like goal, life purpose kind of thing. Yeah, but she's anyway. Yes, you are. So, okay, so now let's go to the not self theme. Each aura type has their own not self. When things are not moving in the direction they want to go, like if you feel stuck, things aren't flowing, you have a not self theme, and projectors are bitterness. We get super bitter if we're not seen.
If we're not seen, is that what you said?
Like if people don't see us for our gifts and talents, and we're doing all of this work behind the scenes, and people don't give us credit, I get super bitter.
Okay.
Projectors want to be seen. Like when you feel like we're seen, it's a whole different energy than versus when people don't see you, right? Like your family, they don't see you. But your soul family sees you, and that's a completely different feeling. So when you're not seen by your earth family, you feel bitter. You feel like, wow, I can't believe all this work I'm doing, clearing your whole lineage bloodline and doing all the deep, dirty work, and you don't even have a clue what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm bitter.
Okay.
So when you know that you're not seen and you feel that emotion of bitterness, you know to not waste your energy on people that don't see you.
Right. Good idea.
We withdraw our energy and we no longer give any energy to those people that don't see us, because what's the point?
Right.
All right. What else can we talk about? There's so much. It's just kind of like, it's a lot.
Yeah, I would say. I can't believe you've absorbed all this stuff. I mean, how much? Wow.
Well, it's like 9 years of studying this. Okay, so the last thing, I'm going to leave it at this. Otherwise, it's kind of information overload.
Right.
The planets, the astrology.
Uh-huh.
Each planet corresponds with a gate. So see how it says 64.5?
Yes.
Gate 64 is your sun. It's where your personality is in your body. And everybody has the sun and the planets in different parts of their body. So for you, the sun is in your head. Personality is in your crown. It shines through in your thinking. Go figure, you're a Virgo. So it rounds it off.
Where's yours?
My sun, that's a good question. 30.1, 30, where is it? 30. You see a 30 anywhere?
Oh, it's the number 30 I'm looking for?
Yeah. The 30th gate. There it is. Mine's in my solar plexus. Mine's in my emotions.
Oh.
So my personality really shines through in the way I feel. All right, so notice this is black, and this is your sun also on gate 45 in red.
Oh, okay.
So your sun is also right here in your throat center, but you're unconscious of it on some level. So then this is called Earth. This is a symbol for Earth. See how they're the same, they're the same planets on either side, only one's unconscious and the other conscious.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things, this is the homework I'm giving you, is studying all of your gates, but mainly focus on the planets that you have on the chart. So study all these planets and the gates they correspond to. So you have your
so these gates will be the gates, all of the numbers on the chart are the same for every single person, correct?
Yes. Yeah, because look, if you pull up
the planets will be in different places based on your that has to do with the zodiac or the astrology.
Yeah, so this is all the astrology part that is the same for everybody. What's different is the gates and where they're located in the body.
Okay.
So see, the setup is the same, but the numbers are different.
Right. So to find where the sun is, it will go to a different area of your body. That makes sense.
Yeah. So this is Earth, the symbol for Earth. So gate 63 is Earth. So how you think is connected to the Earth. You're conscious of that. It's like you think for the planet. But you're unconscious that Earth for you is gate 26 over here. So where's 26? All right, I'm getting tired. I can't find this game.
It's kind of small on my screen, and I can't make it bigger. I can't find 26 either. Oh, no, I can't find 26.
Yeah, where the heck is 26?
Oh,
there it is.
25.
It's right here.
There it's red. Okay, purple.
It's your willpower and your heart and your ego. So you're unconsciously aware that this is the Earth gate. Because it's right here, 26. So this is how you find all the gates. Does that make sense? So the moon is 23 gate.
I understand where to find them now, but I still don't quite get like where one is. I understand that the black is conscious and the red is unconscious, but and you're saying if I were to look them up, they kind of define what that means.
Yeah.
You got the north node, the south node, you got the moon. So the moon is in 48. And 48 would be
gate 48. Right here. It's your spleen.
Oh, it's in my spleen. That's intuition.
Yes. Right? So you know all these symbols, right? So you got sun, earth, moon, north node, south node.
North node, south node. Quiz me, here we go. Then we've got Mercury, Venus, Mars. We got Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and that must be Pluto at the bottom, and then Neptune. Yep.
A+.
They're a little thicker. They're a little fatter than what I'm used to seeing. I'm like, oh.
Yep, you got it. So now that
Yeah,
you
I
know,
got those down now. Woohoo.
so now that you know where to find these gates, this is the part where you study yourself.
Mhm.
And so I'm going to leave it at that. So that's your homework from me is
That's fine.
when you get a copy of your chart, look at all the planets and look at the gates and study the gates.
Okay.
And again, I recommend getting the book, but that's up to you.
Well, I think right now I'm gonna play around with. I still have so much to work on with just astrology, but I don't. Do you suggest digging into both at the same time?
Oh yeah, it's all connected.
Okay.
Well, because
Okay.
this is the astrology part of human design. So it'll just
Right.
benefit you.
Oh, I understand that aspect part of human design with the is the gates. The gates are connected to the astrology.
Yeah.
Which that's the part, as
Yeah.
opposed to the I Ching, which is in that other aspect. Oh, got it. Okay, that much I can do.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh, thank you,
that's your
sweetheart.
homework. Let me know when I'm going to stop the recording.